Plus, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys here, myself. We got Big Walt with the Save by the Bell t-shirt. Brother John with the Atlanta Hawks gear. Gentlemen, it's been a crazy week in sports since we last talked, man. Miami lost at home in Game 7. The finals are set. Tank Davis knocked out Romero. It's just been a lot, man. Been an
Did
interesting
y'all
week.
did y'all think Romero was actually winning that fight? Like
I think
up
he
until the knockout?
outboxed him. I think he outboxed him early, but then he got impatient, and then he got caught.
That's right. That's the thing about that made Floyd so great was he never got impatient. He knew he couldn't knock a lot of them boys out, so like he just I'm just gonna keep bobbing and weaving and
Tire him out.
well, I don't know if he ever tired people out. I remember he never got impatient though. He wasn't going to allow himself to get knocked out, right? And that's the thing, man. If you're a smaller boxer or you're a jabber more than a power puncher, like you can't step into one of them things.
Yeah, but his defense was crazy anyway, though. Honestly,
True.
He made people miss, man. He made people miss for sure.
I think Tank gets touched a lot. He likes to get touched. Oh.
Some
Boxing.
guys do, man. Some guys like to get hit. Mike Tyson liked to get hit, man.
Yeah, you got to put the disclaimer when you say stuff like that.
Oh,
Be
okay.
like, wait, what? We trying to go viral, but not for the wrong stuff. Relax. But let's talk about it, guys. Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics hold off the Miami Heat in South Beach to go to the NBA Finals for the 22nd time in franchise history. So, gentlemen,
first.
Huh?
I said Al Horford's first.
Crazy, right?
Man.
And then Udoka. I think he's the first. He might be the first head coach to lead a team to the finals in his first year or something like that. But it's a big deal for everybody, in Boston right now. But guys, let's talk about it.
It's crazy. I think a lot of these coaches like that are in the finals, like Eastern Conference, West Conference, and now the finals, like played against Curry. Like these are young guys. Like I think Kidd Kidd played against him. Udoka played against him. Like these are young coaches, so it's you kind of Kerr obviously didn't, but it's interesting to see like we have like a new line of coaches coming up.
Probably played his dad. More than likely. Yeah.
But it's cool. We got like not only like a whole new young group of guys like the Celtics and stuff coming up. Like we got a whole new young group of coaches like coming up and becoming the new faces of the league.
Yeah. So what you think on it, Walt? What you think about these finals?
Shout out to Boston and making to finals, man.
100%.
Y'all called it, and I feel like it's gonna be a good matchup. Boston and the Warriors. And like you said, Doku, shout out to him for making it his first year as a coach. And that's dope. But me personally, I want to talk about this last 2 minutes of the game. With I wanted to ask y'all though. I mean, me personally, I wanted to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about Jimmy Butler taking that shot? Because me personally, I'll let y'all go and then I'll answer afterwards.
Go ahead, John. You go first.
I'm okay with him taking the shot, but I have my own personal opinions about the shot. No, because I'm okay with him taking it, right? Like he's earned the right to take that shot. But why? Like I really do wonder why. Like what's wrong? What's so wrong with giving Boston the final shot and then trying to go to overtime? But at the same time, like I'm totally okay with him taking that shot. I have no problem taking it. But he's a 23% 3-point shooter in the playoffs. He's been even worse. I think he's been around like 19% in the playoffs. Like, and he had the lane. He had the, it's like there would have been a contest at the rim, but I like Jimmy Butler versus whoever they got, down there. Like, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter who's down there. Like, I like Jimmy versus whoever's down there. So, I don't understand it. Maybe he was tired. Maybe he was like, if we go to overtime, like LeBron, when we had that 50-point game, if we go to overtime, it's gonna end uglier than what this game ended. So let's just go for the win. Let's go for the win and whatever. But I don't know how much went actually through his head in that short amount of time. So I don't want to sit there and say like, oh, he thought this or that. So I'm okay with him taking the shot. He earned that right. He definitely did. But was it the right basketball play? That's for the numbers people to argue. I have my own opinions about that.
Honestly, it was a bad shot because you left a lot of time.
I was just about to say it.
It was 17 seconds. I'll rewatch the play. He shot the ball with 17 seconds left. Now I can see if it was 5, 7 and lower, but you got 17 seconds. An NBA game, I mean, didn't Tracy go for like 13 points in 11 seconds or something crazy? That's a lot of time.
Yeah, right. Real quick, and why don't you continue that? But like, real quick, that's the thing is like people keep saying, well, if you went for 2 and tied, Boston still would have had the final shots. Like, they would have had the final shot either way. I'm confused.
Right,
like,
exactly.
And they would have only been up 1. So no matter what, any shot would have won the game. It doesn't matter. But continue. Yeah.
My point exactly. So my thing is, rewatching the play. If Jimmy decided to drive, he would have pretty much met Al Horford at the rim. Al Horford maybe
just space.
And the reason I say that because Al was already on his heels. Jimmy already had him on his heels, and Brown was in that corner right by Miami's bench. So maybe you got you meet both of them at the rim, but I think 9 times out of 10 you get that foul. Jimmy's gonna get that foul.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't count on that. I mean, a lot of refs don't want to end the game on a foul, but he's blowing by.
No,
Horford.
well, you don't end the game, but you put him on the charity strike.
He was
going just about to say he was definitely about to blow past Horford. I would have about to say if anything, Jaylen Brown would have probably met him at the rim. If anything, but like John said, I still like Jimmy's chances against Brown, especially just based off of how.
But that's what I'm saying. You got it in your favor. Why settle for a jump shot?
Yeah, because Brown has to come.
I felt like he thought he was hot. You feel me? So he just thought, maybe this would set the tone. I could change the momentum of the game right here. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, we're starting off what you said. It was just the fact of how much time you had left over, though. Like that 17 seconds, it wasn't called for you. It wasn't called for you to pull up for that 3, like you said, because you had Horford on his heels and you had Brown in the corner, who was possibly, of course, he was going to probably challenge Butler if he got past Horford, but Butler was definitely going to, blow past Horford. So I just don't understand why.
Horford had no chance of defending that shot.
Well, you at least guarantee yourself to tie the game, at least.
Either, like you said, either to get met at the rim or to at least draw the foul. I feel like it's a 50-50 chance he definitely would have got that foul call for sure.
100%.
So even if he does get foul call, even if he does get the foul, he goes to the line and it's still 17, 15 seconds left. So, I mean, like you said, either way, Boston is still going to get the last shot regardless, but at least it would have been a tie game, instead of, you try to pull up for that 17. I mean, that 3-pointer with 17 seconds left. So I just think it was good shot for bad timing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're definitely not saying the 2-pointer was easy, but Brown was on the opposite side of the rim. He would have attacking from the right. Brown would have had to come literally under the rim and try to block that shot. Horford had no chance of guarding.
It would have been like a no. It's iffy because you mess with angles at that.
So the concept is, let's say 50%. and I don't know the actual numbers, but I'm saying like roughly 50%, he had a chance of tying the game, as compared to a 20% chance of winning the game, right? So that's the thing is like if
True.
you're that's what people are debating is like, do you take the right because he's not guaranteed to win or to tie the game either. Um, so but at the same time, like the chance was much higher of tying than winning. So it's like, which do you go for? Like if you go for the lower chance shot, it's any kind of gamble you make, right? You go for the tougher bets, but you win a lot more, right? So the only thing we can say for sure is what he says. He says I was just going for the win. He didn't whatever. But if that's the case, then you have to chase down that rebound, man. You can't.
But but that's the thing for me though is just the fact that Butler's in the press conference was like he was comfortable with taking that shot, and I just feel like he really can't be comfortable taking that shot, especially like I said with 17 seconds left. I mean, I just
Then
don't.
you're not even a known jump shooter.
That it's facts, and that's what I'm saying. I just feel like he has to know that situation a little bit better. You know what I'm saying, with that time management, I should say. You got to be able to, I get that he must have thought that he might have changed the momentum because of how well he was playing throughout the game, but I just
You
feel
had
like
35.
his time,
Like, come
his
on.
time management was just a little off in those last 17 seconds.
But I mean we're again, we are not. This is not like criticism of Butler. He earned the right to take that shot. We're just saying, from a basketball standpoint, this is give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. I mean, it's not guaranteed to go in either, but you give the ball to That's just what you do, right? And for years, the Seahawks get criticized for that. But it's a different when the player gets to make the decision than when the coach gets to make the decision. Jimmy got to make that decision. He earned the right to make that decision, and it just didn't go. If he would have hit it, man, it would have been,
and
he'd be a legend.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Eric Spoelstra said the same thing. He said he was okay with Jimmy taking that shot. And he even said, like, if the tables were turned and he hit the shot, it'll be a different storyline. So, I mean.
But then too, what coach ain't comfortable with their best player taking the three?
I mean, true. But I mean, at the
Because
same time,
your best
like
player
said, though, he's earned the right.
No, I'm just saying, what coach going to criticize
threes.
their best player and be like, oh, no, he shouldn't have took that? No.
I mean,
no.
see throughout the season, he doesn't mind bashing Jimmy if need be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean,
but I'm saying in that fashion, win or go home. You ain't going to be like, he was stupid. He shouldn't have took that. You're going to be like, hey.
I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like Spoelstra and Jimmy got that type of relationship where, like, if Spoelstra really wanted to say that, he would have said it about Jimmy, and Jimmy would have did nothing but respect it, honestly. Because, I mean, we looked at it before. I mean, throughout the season, they, butted heads before. And then,
But I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's different. When it's game 40 and you miss a game tying or going ahead 3, and it's the game 7 of the conference.
to the final.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah. Like, you can criticize them then because, you still got 50 games left.
Right.
So, they ain't going to kick you while you're down after game 7. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And also, if he hits that game tying shot and they win in overtime, he's still a legend. So, like, it's not like he was not a legend for night. So, either way, he would have been a legend. They just chose to go out that way. But, hey, you know what? That happens. Like I said, I totally okay with him taking that shot. Obviously, of all the stars in the finals, in the playoffs, he's not the best 3-point shooter. His numbers in Chicago were good. They were not great, but they were solid numbers. His 3-point shooting numbers. In Minnesota, they were solid. In Philly, they were down, but they were okay for a start.
Well, he had a lot around him too.
Yeah, but his 3-point shooting is in the tank right now. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty bad. So statistically, yeah, if you're a numbers person, sure, it's not a great shot. But if you're a basketball person, man, who doesn't want him taking and hitting that shot? Like, that's just it would have been an iconic moment for sure.
I'm about to say with the scenario and the people that they had in the game, nobody else would have been taking that shot other than I say maybe Tyler Hero. Just saying, maybe Hero took that shot and hit that. I don't think he said damn.
No, I said was he in the game?
No, he was out that game. He missed it.
I know Duncan Robinson hit some big shots a couple years ago in the bubble.
Play game, so? Okay.
No, and I really do think that was a game changer. I mean, Tyler Hero was one of their more consistent offensive players, as well as a decent defender. But yeah, he definitely changes the series. But Duncan Robinson did hit some big shots a couple years ago in the bubble, but
He
they've
was
been using a lot less of him this year. So I don't know what their
he
plan
was
is
he
with
was
him.
struggling throughout the playoffs, though. In my opinion, like I think that's why Spoelstra kind of sat him a little bit, though, because seemed like he was struggling with his shot a little bit throughout the whole.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that is. If he gets minutes, he gets in a rhythm, and if he comes off the bench in spurts, he just can't seem to get it going. It's like Klay Thompson, man. He's a streaky shooter, right? There's guys like that, but yeah, Duncan. I don't know what their plans are with him going forward, but yeah, they use a lot less of him this playoffs.
I know Hero said he want to be a starter, though. I know that.
Hero wants to be a starter, or Duncan does.
Hero, he said he wants to turn that that 6-man role into a starting role now.
Oh, for
So
sure, yeah.
with that being said, next topic. Joel Embiid. Was he referring to himself when he said Miami needs another superstar?
Ooh.
Well, I mean, since you're talking about it, do you think he could, go down there and
I mean,
change fortune?
Honestly, if they can make it happen, why not try to make it happen? Honestly, you know what I'm saying. As we've seen before with Philly, Joel Embiid and Butler can play well together. I mean, they showed it that they could play well together. Butler being the closer, or however they wanted to, vice versa, change role, Batman, Robin, however you want to call it. But I mean, they pretty much were a good duo. I'm pretty much trying to say. So I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it if they could make it happen. But it's just who would they will let go, I should say, to send to Philly to make that happen. Because I know it will have to be some type of trade or something, because I think Joel Embiid still has like a year or so left on his contract with Philly. So yeah, like I said, it's a nice gesture, of course, but it's just the fact of if Miami can make it happen, or if Philly GMs can make it happen, is that's the real question. So, but I'm sure he was definitely probably referring to himself. Of course,
Yeah.
He probably wants up out of Philly, because clearly that as John would say, the process isn't really working there in Philly. So
Right. That's true. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, him and Jimmy both referenced each other a couple times, saying they wish they were still playing with each other during their little series. They were talking about they miss playing with each other and stuff. The thing with this is, I guess my question to this is like, is it that big a deal that he said it, right? Because here's the thing: a lot of people are criticizing his leadership, saying, "Oh, he's trying to ask for a trade. He wants out." Blah blah blah. Man, he just said, "Listen, Miami needs another superstar or another star." That's a fair assessment from a lot of people. What's his name? Pat Beverly went on ESPN and said the same thing. He said Jimmy Butler can't win as the best player on his team, but like, no one said, "Oh, is Pat Beverly asking to go play with Jimmy Butler?" Like, no one asked that. So when Joel says it, like they're like, "Oh, he's a terrible leader," blah blah blah. I will say this, and it's more of a question, because I don't, I know people are going to roast me for it or something, but like, it's a question. I truly don't know. Like, does anyone feel like Shaq was he was kind of like the fun guy, you know what I mean? Like he put up the numbers, all that stuff, but did anyone really think he was like the leader on those Dwayne Wade or Kobe teams, like the mental leader? Like I don't know that. I don't know if, and again, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying I feel like that's who Joel Embiid is. I'm not putting him in the Kevin Durant territory where like he's not like he doesn't want to take over games, whatever. Like I think offensively he wants to take over games. He wants to establish himself, but I don't know that, and I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not in those huddles, but in the huddle, I don't get that Joel's that guy, like a Jimmy Butler, like a whatever, like I just said, Kobe and Wade and stuff. So I do think that that Embiid kind of needs that guy. You know what I mean? He needs his Jimmy Butler. He doesn't need another star, like a superstar. Like you don't need LeBron or Kevin Durant or something, which I think Jimmy Butler's top 10 right now, but I think that's what he needs. I think he needs a Chris Paul or a Jimmy Butler, and not a. I got a cat here that's really messing with my screen. But I think that's what he needs. I think he needs just someone who's huddle guy more than another star, and so I think they'd be a nice fit. And possibly he's referring to himself. I have no clue, and he'd have to answer that. But I have no problem with him saying it, though.
I mean, I just feel
Yeah,
like honestly, everybody needs another superstar or star, or whatever you want to say it. Though, I mean, look at Joel Embiid's situation. He really doesn't have another companion that he can really lean on. Lean on, I should say. Every other team, I should say, has another person that they can possibly lean on. Like, you got Tatum can lean on Brown. You know what I'm saying? LeBron supposedly supposed to lean on Davis. You know what I'm saying? Or what I'm saying? Kawhi got Paul. You know what I'm saying? Devin got Chris. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this. Joel doesn't have that second piece. I should say. We all thought it was going. Well, I don't say we all, but certain few thought it was going to be James Harden. But I
I mean,
just
it's supposed to be Ben Simmons and then Harden and Rhea, but they're not those mental leaders, right?
now, yeah, okay, I can see what you're saying with that for sure. But I mean, I just don't feel like is that many others out there, like you said, that might have that mental capacity that that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
yeah. Um, I mean, I don't see why not. I think Miami might be the perfect franchise for him as far as holding him accountable, making sure he gets in shape, and then you down there with Jimmy. Although it's a lot of cons to being in Miami. We all know what those are: the life, the women, lifestyle, all that good stuff. But I think having a guy like a Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra being your butt, it might work. Might be exactly what he needs to reach his fullest potential. He might get down there. They be like, "Hey, you gotta lose 30 pounds. Hey, we need you to be bigger, stronger, faster. We can't. It could work, but I think where it may hurt is people like Tyler Hero, Bam, uh, a lot of those guys. What do you do with them? Oladipo, he did pretty well throughout the playoffs. If you bring an Embiid, do you ship him out? What do you do with Tyler Hero? Does he now go from, I want to start to now I got to come off the bench because you got to be the spark plug? Same thing with Bam, PJ Tucker. What do you do with those two? Because they pretty much play the same position, really. I mean, PJ is more of the guard, the best player. Bam is more of the rebound guy, but they both do a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah, you could have like a Draymond, Kevon Looney type matchup there with Bam
Yeah,
and
but who would you
Embiid.
start at that four?
Embiid, I would almost play Embiid at my four.
But that's the thing, though. They were saying that. I mean, they if you really giving away Embiid, I mean, I feel like they would probably have to give away Bam or Hero if you're trying to get Embiid, though. Honestly, so
That's true.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're
think
probably gonna have to
I
lose
don't think
somebody for sure.
I don't think Bam will even possibly be there if Embiid comes to Heat. I'm saying they would
Or
definitely.
if they smart, shoot, I'll be like, hey, give me Vic, Tyler, and Bam for him. Straight up. Give me them three for him.
Be a possibility.
You know. But I just think it would be, you would definitely have to figure some things out as far as that goes. You would all of a sudden now have a dominant big like you did with Shaq. So, I mean, that's Miami's problem. That would be something they have to deal with. But
But I mean, I predicted he was going to Dallas, but I really do believe like I just got a weird vibe about like he wants out. He's done trying messing with that. I think Philly. I don't think they're out on him. I think they love him be there, but at the same time, like you know what I mean? Like it's like Westbrook when he left OKC. Like it was like, yeah, you know what? It's okay. You can move on. Like you did everything you owed us. I'm not saying Embiid brought them everything they asked of him, but at the same time, like I agree with you. I don't think it's a weight thing or like whatever. I think it's a health thing. Like you got to find out how whoever his team is that he's with next year needs to find out how to best keep him healthy. So if that
in
means
shape.
more more yoga,
Get
making
in
him more
better
limber.
shape than what he is in now. I
And that's
think.
another thing. They just said
Yeah,
he.
but what is getting in shape? That's what I'm saying is they just need to figure that out because Aaron Donald's shape is not the same as Tom Brady's shape, right? Like it's two different types, it's two different workouts, right? One of
True.
them needs to be able to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever his next team is, or if he's with Philadelphia next year, they need to figure out what that is to keep him healthy. I don't think it's bulking up and getting stronger or losing weight. I think it's something to keep him more limber, make his his knee, give his knees a rest or some way.
I
Like
think him and Zion are in the same category.
yeah, but with Zion, it's a weight. I mean, you can literally look at it and say it's a weight thing,
But
right?
look at Joel. He just started really taking it. His health. Like
Yeah,
they
but
was
I'm saying
this
I
year was
can't.
his best year because he got in better shape.
Yeah, but I won't look at Joel and say it's clearly a weight thing. Like with Zion, you can literally be
It
like, dude,
was in the beginning. That's why he always had knee and back problems.
Yeah, and I mean that's about to say. I was just about to say that's another thing. They said that he had to undergo thumb surgery as well too. So I mean he has been dealing with a lot of injuries. So that's a good point that John brought up. That dealing with his health will be an issue as well, depending on, like you said, if he moves on or not or stays with Philly. So that's
yeah, I
another
mean,
concern. That's another concern that the team will have to worry about as well. But they
yeah,
did say he'd be ready to play, for training and stuff like that. But it's just the fact that that's just another thing that you're adding to the injury list.
yeah. I mean, thumb is a freak accident, but like listen, you have to make sure he's properly stretched before games. You have to make sure he's like whatever it is, man. You have to preserve those knees because it's a big guy. So it's a lot of weight on them knees, like and sure you want to take some off if you can, but at the same time, like if you're gonna ask him to bang down low, then like you can't take off too much weight, so you have to figure out how to manage that. These guys know it best, but so it's tough to but whatever, they have to find a way to keep this guy healthy, coming into the playoffs for sure.
Yeah. So next topic. Los Angeles Lakers have hired Darvin Ham as their next head coach. I love the hire. Um, what a I think I love the hire because it's a coach getting a chance with a good team. They're not throwing them to the wolves. All right, we're gonna send you to Sacramento and figure it out. You know, no shade at Mike Brown. You took the job. No shade. But I like it. I hope that front office lets him do what he knows how to do. Let him pick his people. Let him run the team the way he wants to run it, and just let him figure it out his way. You work in the front office. Outside of Phil Jackson, no one else has been a coach. So let him do what he do.
Yeah, but outside of Phil Jackson is a terrible GM as well too, though. But I mean, they did say part of his contract that I think he has the rights of hiring who he wants to hire. They did say that Phil Jackson supposedly and Kurt Rambis won't be in the decision making, I guess, of him hiring who he wants to hire. So,
It
but
sounds good.
yeah, but I mean, it says it's in his contract, so I mean, it's got to be, I'm guessing, some type of truth to it. But I mean, like you said, it's an okay hire, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like it. It's just for culture wise, he's another black coach. I mean, I say
They
quarterback.
say
Black
50% of the
head
NBA,
coach. Yeah,
53% of the
like you said,
NBA is black head coaches.
yeah, I think he's like he's the 15th head coach, black head coach now in the NBA, I think, something like that. So I mean, it's
Second
dope for
to
that. You know what
South
I'm saying?
Houston, I believe.
So I think that's pretty cool that he's like Nico said that he's getting the opportunity. I mean, I just really I want to say a good team, but it's just the fact. Of course, I'm gonna say good team because LeBron James on it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's his 20-year, LeBron is gonna give it up his all until he can't give it his all no more. It's just like I said, the others that I'm really worried about. The Anthony Davis, the fact that they're still keeping Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. I don't know if y'all kind of noticed I did that on purpose, but anyways, I don't know. I just really don't feel like that's a good move for them to still keep him. But I mean, for some reason, the front office still thinks that they can, do something with Russ. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's a good move for the culture. I say good team. I'm not really too sure about that. But I don't know. I still feel like, of course, that the Lakers still need to make some more moves to still make the playoffs. I just feel like what they
You gotta
have.
get younger. You gotta
Yeah,
get
absolutely. They definitely have to get younger. Like I said, I just feel like what they have right now is just it just won't get it done because the NBA is getting, like you said, younger, and these guys are playing, they're running, they're hustling, they're trying to do what they need to do to, what I'm saying, make it to the playoffs and hopefully make it to the finals if they can. But
right.
yeah, I just feel like it's a good move for that. But at the end of the day, I still don't see the Lakers doing too much next year, honestly. So, but what's crazy? I'm sorry, I was about to end it, but that LeBron played Darvin Ham his rookie year when they was playing Detroit. That's crazy.
Hmm.
That's crazy as
Yeah,
hell.
that is crazy.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
this guy been LeBron been hooping forever. That's what I'm saying, man. Like there's a lot of young coaches now coming in, and it's pretty cool. And I say young, I mean they're not
That's
extremely
young.
young, but I mean I'm not far behind them anymore, so they're young to me. So um, no, man. So I'll get to the point of whether they're going to be successful or not, but I like it from a perspective of this is a guy who it's one thing to play for a championship and coach a championship too, but there's a big level of guys who saw it happen, right? Because they say people who can't play, what is it, coach or talk about sports nowadays, right? Like whatever. That's a shot at us, I guess. But like there's a certain line with and Skip always talks about Jordan was the greatest player, can't GM. That's debatable. I think there's a lot more to it than that, but I agree. To this point, his record isn't great, but there's a lot more going on there too. But I agree. Like this is a guy who didn't start for a championship team, but he was there, saw the Pistons from a player's perspective, saw the Pistons win the championship. This is a guy who didn't coach the Bucks to a championship, but he sat on, he as an assistant, he sat there and saw what it took to win a championship, and he was part of it as a player and as a coach. But he also saw it and took it all in, and there's something about being able to see the court more than just being like, because if you're a coach or a player, you can see this or that or whatever, and you're trying to focus on, getting the ref's attention, making sure your player knows this. As an assistant or a bench player, you can see so much more. It's like, if I had the talent or if I whatever, I would do this. And so I think he brings a lot of experience to the game just from being able to see championships from two different aspects, from player and from coaching perspective. But the Lakers are only successful if he actually coaches them. This cannot be a LeBron Westbrook led team. This can't be Melo's having a good time, just he's just kind of running out the end of his career team. This can't be Anthony Davis is gonna whatever, like what we talked about before. They have to keep him healthy. Find a way to keep Anthony Davis healthy, man. You have a special talent there. Like when he's on, he's top 5 talent. He was like second in MVP voting a couple of years ago behind LeBron, and it ended up they both ended up losing to Giannis, but like he was right there. They kind of like outed each other as MVP, right? If it weren't for the fact they're on the same team, one of them probably would have beat Giannis that year. So like he's special talent when you can keep him healthy. So this has to be a coach. He has to coach this team. He can't allow the players to run this team or else it will never work. It just won't.
I agree. I think like I say, just let him do him. Just let him do him. Let him figure it out. Don't be trying to put your 2 cents in and everything. Because then if he doesn't succeed, it's like I couldn't do what I wanted. They try to control everything. So I just
Yeah, but
think
this isn't a learning experience for him. You got LeBron James. Like this is not for you to. You don't get to learn when you have LeBron
but
James.
it
No,
still
you
is a
don't
learning
learn.
experience. You're
No,
a first time head coach.
it don't matter. You can't just come out and be like, if I fail or succeed, whatever.
No, you
Like
don't
I'm
say
learning.
that, but
I'm
that's what
saying
it is
like
at the end of the day.
right. I'm like, if you got LeBron James, you have to put everything you have into it, and I believe he will. I'm not saying anything about him.
Yeah.
I believe he will, but he can't come out and just be like, you know what, it was a learning experience for me. No, you better coach. Like you got LeBron James. You got LeBron, Melo,
Yeah,
Westbrook,
but also the front office got to
Anthony
let
Davis.
him
Like
coach.
you have
Let him
all
figure it out.
you have legends on your team. Like for sure, I'm with you. But he has to come out and do his work. Like, and I believe he will. But I'm not giving him a pass if they go 34 and whatever again this year. Like, no, you don't get a pass.
Yeah,
Well, I
man.
still believe
That's
they
not
have
up
to
to
figure
him
out.
though. I mean, it would have to be up to the front office to get him pieces around him to,
Right.
to help make sure that he has a winning
Matter of
record.
fact, front office, just do your job. Just do your job.
Simple as that.
Get
Like
get the free agents. All right.
it's only so much a coach can do with the pieces that he has. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I get that you have LeBron James, but at the end of the day, LeBron James is in his 20th year. So I mean, I'm not expecting LeBron James to have another 30 plus year that he had this year. I'm expecting his numbers to possibly even drop, maybe 25, something like that, maybe 25, 26. But I'm not expecting LeBron to average 30 or 32, something like that again. So
Yeah, if the guys aren't healthy, he gets a pass, right? If AD sits out half the season, if LeBron can only play 50, he played 50 something games this year,
yeah,
like
I think about
sure,
50, 60 some games, something like
yeah,
that.
sure, he gets a pass for that. Like, but if they don't have, barring injuries, like I don't think he gets a pass if they don't, maybe at least take a top 5 seed. Like,
I agree.
I'm sorry, you just don't. Like, you don't get to learn with LeBron. Like, you get to learn, but you kind of have to. You better know your stuff coming in. Like, kind of, what I mean, you got to put in the work before you get on the court. You got to put in the work, watching the tape, all that stuff. Like, and I think he will. That's why I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Front office got to do what they need to do, man. Get the pieces.
100%. So, fellas, will Aaron Donald and the Rams be able to work out a deal? I mean, I think it's really a no-brainer for me. You have to. Your best is probably your best player in franchise history, next to Eric Dickerson. I would say Eric Dickerson. I mean, if you want to go St. Louis, Marshall Falk, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. But he's definitely one of your top players in franchise history. You got to figure it out. That's it. That's all. What about y'all guys? Matter of
Hey,
fact,
hey,
go ahead, John.
hey!
Because you're a Rams fan. I
What
need
I
to hear.
tell you? What I tell y'all when I said somebody special going to sign with Donda Sports? Y'all said that? No, 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 no.
And you know
Aaron
what?
Donald signs
Crazy.
with Donda Sports. I'm just saying.
You
You
said
know what? He's
somebody
not the only
special?
one.
Oh, you meant Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown did
Oh,
too. I was just about to say that's crazy.
you meant
Hey,
Jalen Brown. Boy, you smart. I see
this
you.
is great. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Kyrie come on over to the team, join the team. Hey man, Nike screwed me, man. That was the best shoe in the game, bro. They took away the best shoe in the game by taking away his shoe. So
Well,
I'm
just buy
waiting.
all the other ones. Just go and go. Look up the other ones. Buy a couple. You good.
No, screw Nike. I'm gonna wait to see where his next shoe goes. But we'll
One
see. We'll
better
see.
than
His next
Nike. I
might
can
not be a
guarantee
good shoe. We'll see. But either way, it was the best shoe in the game.
he gonna,
More players in the league wear Kyrie's than any other shoe.
he gonna go to New Balance like
Paul
Kawhi.
George is a close second, but
I
He
would
gonna
never
get some Kawhi. He gonna go to New Balance and be like Kawhi.
always Nike this way.
They
Sorry.
got now.
just
They
don't
got
go to
now.
that. No offense to my boys Wade and Butler, my two favorite players of all time, but don't go join that leading or whatever. Don't.
Butler with them too.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, Wade got him signed on over there. Wade's the one who got him signed on with shoe over there. But anyways,
That boy ankle's been hurting ever since.
all the pressures on the Rams, right? All the pressures on the Rams here with I mean, Aaron Donald holds all the cards. Like this is a guy who
100%.
said he only wanted to play. I only want to play 8 years and I'm done. He's now 9 and possibly had one of the best. It was adding a Super Bowl to it. Probably makes it, not statistically, but makes it one of the best years of his career. So, he's not washed up by any means. I mean, the dude is in the gym it's crazy, man. He's crazy. But he holds all the cards, and he says the only reason he kind of wants to come back is because he kind of got addicted to that feeling of winning a Super Bowl, and he wants to feel that again. He said that's the only thing. Because I remember he said he'd come back if they re-signed Vaughn and Beckham, and the Rams were like, okay, well, we let both of them go, and then so it was just like, oh dang, all right, this is your best player specifically asked for something, and you guys let both of them go within a week. So it's almost like the Rams, unless they do something, and I'm assuming they were going to pull something out, make something happen here, but I don't know how much money they have to work with, but they have to make. He's a 30 million a year guy. Like you have to pay him 30 million for at least 4 years, maybe three or 4 years.
True.
But so I don't know if they can work with that, but I mean, you have to keep him. And so I kind of think it's like 60-40 he stays, but I mean, I don't think retirement is out of the cards for this guy. Like, it's not like this new. He's been talking about this for years. Like, he didn't want to play past 8 years.
True.
And this will be year 10 now.
What you got on it, Walt?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I ain't got too much on it. I mean, I agree with you. Just pretty much it's all in the Rams' hands. Either they're gonna make the deal or not. Because I mean, Donald's pretty much at peace to whether he wants to either play or not, or to retire. So I mean, like John said, if he does play, he's gonna give you guys his all. But that's the thing. I don't know why sign him that long if you guys don't. If he's been talking about retirement for so long, I don't feel like they should need to sign him for a 4-year deal.
Well, because he's been on a garbage contract for years. Like, they've been paying him like pennies for the amount of talent he puts out. So, like, it's almost like paying him for what he's done more than what he's going to do, which is something the NFL doesn't really do.
That's most contracts.
That's
the NBA kind of does that.
Put it like that, yeah. That's a good way to put it. But like you said, I don't feel like too many. I mean, they probably will pay him. Of course, that money, of course. But I mean, I just don't see, like, if his heart's really not in it to play that long. I just don't see why give him that much money. But I mean, of course, give him the money to play if he wants to play for a year or two. Why not? But yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's all in the Rams' hands. So I mean, it's either pay the man or retire. It's up to them. So it is what it is.
I agree. So I got a question for you guys. I said I was gonna wait till the finals start, but does Golden State getting to the finals without KD, does it help or hurt his greatness?
Say hurt.
KD's or Steph's?
No, KD. Because I mean,
I say hurt.
They've kept the same momentum with and without him.
I say hurt.
2 years they didn't do it. They were hurt.
Clay was hurt, right?
So was it really him helping them, or it was just their system?
It was him needing them because he couldn't get the job done himself with Russ or whoever else.
I agree.
So I feel like it's hurting KD, honestly, because of the fact of this is just showing that Golden State was already a powerhouse before you got there. Honestly.
They figure it out with whoever they got.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't mean to say powerhouse like that, but I'm just saying their system is just so damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate to admit that because, like I said, we've had to play them for 5-6 years. So their system is just so damn good. It's just like how they build up the personalities and the cult, and just the player development in their system, right? It's just crazy how many G leaguers that they have on that team develop to becoming, the players that they are now. You know what I'm saying? Just averaging 15 or more, or something like that. The Jordan Pools who's going crazy now. Like it's just crazy how their system is. So
100%.
At the end of the day, yeah, I feel like it hurts KD because it's like, bro, you keep talking about you the best player in the world, but at the end of the day, you're not, because you need help to win something. And that's why I say those 2 championships that he has, that don't mean nothing to me. Nothing. That's nothing.
All right, what you got? What you got, John?
I take that shit personally.
Your favorite player?
Steph Curry. Hey, you know what? I will say, I've been not critical, but I guess you call it critical of Jimmy Butler. Like, I wouldn't say critical, but like I would say I didn't believe in him enough, because he's my current favorite player. But so kudos to him, man, for proving me wrong time and time again for everything he did. But no, I never put a lot of stock into those to start with, his finals wins. So this doesn't hurt him for me. So I don't know how much stock people actually put into those finals wins. Kevin Durant, when he's confident that he is going to win a game, he is the greatest player in the world. Like, when he knows he can't lose, he's the greatest player in the world.
That's a
But
good way to put it.
but when it's like if I were to go play, whatever, a little kid, right? And I knew I would start taking shots I would never take in a real game, and they would start falling because I would just be like, I'd be on my stuff because like I'd be so confident, like that no matter what, even if I do miss, I'm still gonna get the rebound over his short, whatever, and then grab it and put it up anyway. So
I can't say that because I mean, if Steph don't give him 20 or Clay don't give him that 25 or how much he ever he had, he wouldn't even probably be in the game. So that's what I'm saying. Regardless, if he did felt like he couldn't could go win a game, he proven that he can't do that because
but
he was up
but
3-1 against the same team he joined.
he's terrible in games where they can't where he has to be the guy, right? When they played the Rockets and they went 7 games, the only 7 game series that Warriors ever went during their 3 games or 2 year stretch, I guess, because the next year they got hurt and then lost to the Raptors. But the only 7 game series they had, it was Steph who had more rebounds than KD. It was Steph who had more assists than KD. It was Steph who had more steals, more blocks, more. I said rebounds already. He had more everything. The only thing KD had more than him was points, and that was only because KD took some 80 free throws and the refs bailed him out that whole series. But in LeBron's game 1, when LeBron had 51, KD shot 8 for 22 in that game. But in game 2, 3, and 4, when they were blowing out the Cavs, KD was having his time. He was hitting his shots. He would come out in stretches and just put up 8 straight points. Like he was just having fun because he knew the game was over and whatever. KD balled out when he knew that like, oh, we got him. Like they, you know what I mean?
Because
But when they,
he had Steph and Clay. That's why he can ball out like
I
that.
agree with that. I agree with that. That's what I'm saying is that's why I don't put a lot of stock into those wins because he only balls out like that when he knows he can't lose. Like when the game is on the line and he has to be the guy, he is great. I'm not taking that away, but I put him in Aaron Rodgers territory. Like he doesn't close, he's 50-50 with closing out those games. And the greats like Tom Brady, the greats like Jordan, they close out those games 75% of the time, 80, 90% of the time. I put him in Aaron Rodgers category. I think he's the most talented player in the league currently. I mean, just gifted beyond all. I say Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers is the most gifted player. But, when playing from behind, Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback, and I'm getting way off now. I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. But, when you look at Brady, Manning, all those guys playing from behind, they all have winning records. Playing from behind, Rodgers has a losing record, right? Because when it really comes down to it and it's you do or die, Kevin Durant and LeBron and Aaron Rodgers aren't, they don't have a great record. I'm not going to say they're not that guy. They just don't have a great record for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that. But so I never put a lot of stock into those wins in the first place. I respect him. He's a 2-time champ, whatever. But I'm not going to say he's not a 2-time champ like Patrick
I
McCaw.
respect him. I mean, he's a 2-time champ, but I don't respect the fact that he's a 2-time champ. I'm sorry. Like I just don't.
But I'm saying I don't believe in the same way that Steph didn't win MVP for the first one, even though he had like 27, 6 and 6, and he lost to an MVP to Iguodala who had like 16, 5 and 5. I don't understand that. The same thing. I feel like Steph was the reason they won those finals and not KD. But KD put up the numbers. It's not like he didn't put up the numbers. He had 35 points or whatever.
So is it fair to say that Steph is better than KD then?
I've always said he's more valuable. I'll say that. When it comes to MVP, Steph Curry is more valuable than Kevin Durant. Who's the better just player? I mean, it depends. It depends what you're talking about. Steph brings a lot to the game that KD doesn't, and then KD is the best at one thing. He's probably the greatest mid-range scorer of all time. Possibly the most talented scorer of all time, just all around. He can back you down. He can hit the free throw, the 3, deep balls. He can post up. He can alley-oop. He can everything. There's nothing he can't do. So, he has it all offensively, but Steph does so much more. I think he's more valuable.
I like it. I agree. Well, I mean, I don't agree, but Which was
Hey,
a
what
great
did you think about?
conversation.
That's what I said.
What did you think about Draymond's comments about Steph gets 7 times more double teams than KD gets,
I
even when
think
they
he's
play
just
together?
riding. I think he's riding with his home.
Okay, I was gonna say if you said he's the most, he's the number one player picked up full court than any other player, I would say that. Nobody gets picked up full court like Steph Curry does.
I mean, but you have to though. I mean, because
Right,
he's
right.
lethal.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? He's
But
lethal.
Yeah,
Somebody's supposed to have court.
yeah, but some actual statistician who has time to go watch all the games would have to go back and see who actually got the most double teams. I can't remember. I can't just remember seeing Steph just double teamed constantly, more than 7 to what is he like 7 times more than Durant or something like that. I don't remember seeing that. But yeah, full court. No one's picked up full court like Steph Curry is.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But that's not what he said.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
let's-
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. What you got?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, yeah, I'll probably say KD does get doubled a lot, of course, because of just how lethal of a scorer. I will say that he's a lethal scorer. But not saying that Steph's not a lethal scorer, but yeah, getting picked up full court most definitely, yes, Steph. But I mean, double team, I'll say KD for sure, definitely.
Hey, before we go to the trivia, I do want to say, well, Irv obviously comments a lot. He's a troll. He's my friend, but he sent me this right here. This is my boy Ricky Pro. And now Ricky was a Ram.
Irv.
Yeah, I remember Ricky when he was a Ram, but so that Panther Super Bowl that don't mean nothing to me, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hey, and shout out to Irv, you know what I'm saying, for always, watching, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, shout out to you, Irv.
John is not happy with that, but I'll give you a shout out, bro. I'll give you a shout out.
Hey, but if you got trivia for us, anyone who's watching, drop trivia in the chat, man. We'd like to make it more interactive trivia.
Yeah,
try to stump us. Obviously, be realistic, but try to stump us.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, unless it's not hockey or soccer, I'm good.
Hey, we're way off. But did you, Steve? There was a thing with Stephen A. the other day. He was like, someone was talking hockey for about 5 minutes on his show, and he goes, "Okay, we're done talking hockey."
Hey, that's not my best sport. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
This troll. Speaking of trolls, this troll sent me the game losing shot for the Blues the other day. What was that? What was that all about?
Hey, I mean, look, I know it was a tough loss, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that goal was pretty nice though, for real.
He sent me something dumb the other day. Justin Fields' first game as a quarterback. I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, when they re-signed Clowney, I sent you the highlights of him sacking.
Yeah,
I mean, I do have my moments. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to have fun with this.
He think he's funny. Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. Hey,
all right, guys.
It's all love.
So, trivia.
Okay.
Bring up the ticker. Let's go. Trivia. All right, guys.
You guys got to tell us how many points, because the point system is getting really skewed now.
Who has?
I'm going crazy with it. I'll keep it between at least like 5 and below.
All right. Who has the most interceptions in an NFL game?
Oh, a game. Oh, there's a bunch of people, like 4, right?
I think it is.
All right. I give you.
So hang on, D'Angelo Hall, I think, had 4 once. I think maybe Delta O'Neal. I can't remember. Maybe not.
Is Bailey one of them? I think Bailey one of them. No?
Possibly.
So, who's the Eagles player as a rookie who had like 14? Did he have 4 in a game ever or nah? I don't know if he had 4 in a game. He had 14 in a season, which is the record. I wonder if he had a weird name.
Namne Osman?
No. The guy who holds the record. He was crap. Can't think of his name right now.
I'll have to look that up later.
I'm about to say Champ Bailey. I think he's one of them. That's the only one I can think of. D'Angelo Hall.
I don't. Did someone have more than 4?
Yes.
Really?
Jim Hardy. Yeah.
I was never gonna get that.
I would never.
1950s.
Oh,
that's
y'all gonna be shocked how many he had in the game. Matter of fact, take a guess.
6.
Go ahead, John. Take a guess.
I mean, I guess I'll say 7 then. I have no clue.
He had 8 interceptions in the game.
This is an NFL game or what was this?
1950s NFL.
Who was they damn quarterback?
I don't know. But, hey, that you know what it sound like? That flag game John had.
Hey, did this guy like wear the other team's jersey or something? Like how
8 interceptions.
He
how
was
was he getting
That's
thrown
like-
to?
he was Air Reed before Air Reed, I guess. I don't
I was
know.
about to say a lot of people don't even get 8 interceptions in a season, bro.
Jeez.
Let alone like
Yeah, I think the most
in a career.
Champ only had 10 in a season once, I think. So to have, like 8 in a game, that's.
Dude, that'll be ESPN top 10 every day.
I wonder if maybe the stat I read was going off of like Super Bowl era then, because like
This
it
is
said
just one game. Yeah.
no, but I'm saying like the stat I read probably years ago now said like there were like 3 or 4, 5 guys tied for the most with 4. So I don't know why it didn't say there was someone with 8. So I wonder if it's going off like Super Bowl era, because like that's crazy. What were there like 5 teams around?
All right,
Jackson?
so look.
Right.
He had 8 interceptions and they lost 45-7.
Jeez, did he have any pick
They
six?
lost.
Wait,
What?
no.
Is going on
The guy with the interceptions lost.
They lost 45-7.
Wow.
The guy who picked him off 7, 8 times had lost.
You know
the
what's
game.
funny? They lost to the Eagles in this game.
They did.
Wow.
Damn Eagles. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask this.
I'm curious. I want to know who the hell the quarterback was, bro.
Yeah, hey.
I'm like really curious.
He doesn't want to be talked about, okay?
No, we have to be talked about.
All right, so let me ask you this. Who has the most consecutive road wins in NFL history?
Seattle? No, not Seattle. They're a home team. Denver's a home team. So it's not them. Saints are a home team. Rams are a home team. They wouldn't have done it on the road.
49ers?
I feel like it's someone who already plays in crappy weather, so like playing on the road would be good for them. Is that or no? Is it?
You think so?
If I'm wrong, then you can say I'm
So
wrong.
you think
I'm
bad
trying to-
weather will help you play on a road?
No, I'm saying if you're used to playing in Green Bay, going and playing New Orleans would probably be nice for you. But I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, you got a point. You got a point.
But I'm just trying to get a hint, though. I don't know. I have no clue. Like
I'm gonna say 49ers. I don't know.
Okay, you're right.
I'll say
Or is
You're
it
right.
Cowboys?
49ers. Hold on. But the answer to the trivia is how many games consecutive did they win?
14. I don't know.
What? I just
Is it under 20? Can I at least get that hit?
yeah, it's under 20.
Hey, wait. When you're done, we'll
13.
You want to take a guess, John?
I said 14, so that was my.
They won 18 consecutive road games.
What was their record at home during those games? Or what era was it? I guess what year?
This was the Joe Montana 49ers
Mm.
from 1988 to 1990.
All right.
I guess that's when they won them Super Bowls too. I'm taking it.
Yeah, I was thinking like the 49ers or Dallas because I was trying to think like who was dominant, like just
Yeah, like
and I don't know. I was just trying to think of somebody like one of the old school teams that was just dominant from back in the day for so.
I was thinking garbage. I was thinking like maybe Pittsburgh or something like garbage weather team, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the 49ers and Dallas, those are good picks.
All right, last one. Then we go.
Well, hang on, because we got a comment in the.
Oh,
thing.
we do. Go ahead.
But let's do yours first. Let's do yours
No,
first.
do the comment and I'll answer.
This one's for all 3 of us. Here we go.
Pop culture crossover. What do Olivia Munn, Danica Patrick, and Celine Woodley have in common? Aaron Rodgers?
They're all women racing. I don't know.
I know the first 2. I'm assuming
They all dated Aaron Rodgers.
I know the first 2 dated Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about the third.
Allie, tell us.
I'm about to say,
Matter of fact, why don't Allie just
Yeah, you guys tell us in the chat though. If we're
give
right
us
or
the answer?
wrong. Nico trying to get some points here today too. All right, Nico, go on with your question. I'm sure the answer will pop up. Oh, point to
Yes.
Nico. There we go. It says point to Nico. There we go. You got 1 point.
I didn't even know that. I just knew Danica dated Aaron, and I
Yeah.
think Olivia Munn
I
is
was about
that.
to say I did not know
I
that.
don't know.
None of that at all.
Well, they was always that stuff together. So, hey, it is what it is. I don't know. All right, last one. Who has the most NFL seasons played in NFL history? Matter of fact, I take that back.
Like Morton Anderson or something?
What? You might be on the one, but no.
It's not a kicker or a punter.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Vinny Testaverde played. He didn't play that long though. He played like.
It's going to shock you because this fool almost played a whole lifetime.
Jeez.
Played a lifetime.
The offense or defense?
Was it a Green Bay Packer?
Offense, not a Packer.
Offensive line?
Nope.
I got nothing then. I got nothing.
Wait. I'm trying to think who played. Maybe a tight end?
Is it like?
His name, you ready?
Yeah.
Wait. Just give me one last clue. Just give me the position.
Quarterback. You won't get it. I can guarantee it.
NFC or AFC? 20 questions now.
All right, this is the last one.
For half a point.
He plays in the AFC.
Yeah, I don't know. Kenny Stabler, I don't know.
George Blanda.
Oh.
But get this. He played like 4 decades.
I have read that somewhere. I
Sure.
forgot
He played
the
from
name.
80.
Yeah.
He played Blanda, who played quarterback in 1949, Coach Hollis, Chicago Bears, 49, finished in 75.
Jeez.
49 to 75. He finished with the John Madden Raiders.
He should be like the logo just for playing that long. Like
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, well, that's why I said Kenny Stabler, because my mind went to like a picture of like a Raider for some reason. Like
You was close though. You were close.
I would never.
Well, not really. I mean, I didn't say George.
I mean, you was on the team. I put it that way. Okay,
right.
Walt, take us out.
All right, pretty party people. We appreciate y'all joining Real Deal Sports tonight. This is your boy Big Walt. My boy Nico Suave over there looking suave in the muff. My boy John, the hardest working man I know. Yeah. Hey, we say this all the time, bro. But hey, we appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe, like. We appreciate the people that's been commenting as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ali, keep on bringing it in, keep on intervening.
All right, yeah. Hey, she should give. Matter of fact, and we're gonna give Ali her own segment.
My wife asked me if being the coldest white boy is a compliment. I said, well, at least I'm not the hottest white boy he knows.
Hey, look, I told you I changed it from
off.
white boy to dude because you're a grown ass man. So I can't say white boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? You're a grown ass man. So
right, that boy got a full.
That's why I say hard is working. So you know, so I don't want to put the race in there no more.
I'm trying to get a tan. Give me a few days. All right, we out.
Hey, we appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you for watching. Hey, we out of here.